Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Buddies on Buddies, a show with two real life buddies talking about buddy action comedies. I'm Kenny Lane.
I'm Lucas Hill.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. How you been, Lucas?
I've been well, just enjoying the winterish weather and AZ, trying to golf as much as possible.
Well, it's the season for it down there.
Yeah, I'm just working.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, lots of stuff been happening up here. Christmas, New Year's. The fire chief is going to jail. That's interesting.
And we talked about this earlier backstage. What is the fire chief going to jail for?
So far, it's up to 51 counts of child molestation, I think child pornography, child rape. Yeah. We'll see how it pans out. I mean, hey, innocent until proven guilty. I mean, but the 51 counts seems pretty, and the child pornography on his computer seems kind of damning, but we'll see.
And this was your mentor.
I was his protege. No, I met him. I joined the local like volunteer fire department back in like, I don't know, a few months ago. And I met him when I was helping a guy move. And then, he actually got me to the EMT program and stuff like that. So yeah, I was like texting him that day. I was like, I showed up to a class. I'm like, why does this get canceled? And then I saw on the local paper website, it's like, oh, that's why he didn't message me back. Okay.
Cool. And this is true, by the way. This isn't a bit.
This is gonna be a great bit.
Yeah. Kenny's mentor is a pedophile.
I wouldn't really call him my mentor. I think I met him twice outside the fire station, and
Wasn't
yeah,
he the one who got you in to get like the EMT classes? That's how you kind of
yeah,
sold
no,
it
he
to
was
me.
he was my contact there. I mean, he's the fire chief. He's everybody's
Right.
contact.
Uh-huh.
So, what do you mean? Sure.
I'm listening to you and nodding my head and saying, uh-huh. That's how you listen to people. Go
Well,
ahead.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a pretty big scandal here, So, Waco is the oldest fire station in the state of Washington. It's here before the state became a state.
Wow.
So, pretty big scandal here on the peninsula. Yeah,
Well, I think he's innocent.
you would.
What movie are we doing this week?
It's a good segue. We're doing the 2026 brand new movie, The Wrecking Crew. Uh,
Literally 3 days old. Go ahead.
3 days old, not to be confused with the 1969 Dean Martin movie called The Wrecking Crew or the 2008 documentary called The Wrecking Crew about the band The Wrecking Crew. So, no, it's a brand new crew here.
Great. And before we sink our teeth into this one, I kind of do want to get to it kind of quick because I actually have more notes than I ever thought in a million years I would have on this movie. Is
Yeah.
there anything you watched that you want to talk about outside of the Wrecking Crew?
Well, I do definitely want to get to stuff I've talked about in The Wrecking Crew, but I also want to talk to you about something other than the pedophile police chief here, or fire chief, excuse me.
Can you just keep it tight?
I'll try. I had a dime. Um, so the other day I was at work. I was at the bar.
Oh
I
my
got a
God.
call. Hold on. This is a good. I want to hear
Okay.
what you have to think about this. Don't. It's
Okay.
not just one of those stories where I just talk and then you have to sit there and pretend
Okay,
like
you're
this.
right. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah. Okay, so I get a call and they said, "Hello. This is the sheriff's office. We're looking for. We want to talk to somebody that works there. Who am I speaking with?" And I was like, Kenny Lane. Hey." And they said, "Well, it's coincidental because you're the one we want to talk to." And I said, "Oh, okay, sure." And they said, "Yeah, you missed jury duty. So, yeah, what do you got to say for yourself?" And I said, "I never got a thing in the mail. I did jury duty a couple years ago, here, and I didn't get a, mail or text or email or any call, any of that shit. So I don't know what you're talking about." So you're saying that this is the first time you're hearing about this? I was like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, we're going to send an officer down to talk to you. And I said, okay, great. I'll see you soon. So I hung up the phone. My boss was like, "You talking to the sheriff's office?" I was like, yeah. It's like, what happened? They're sending a cop down to talk to me? Like, why? I missed jury duty, apparently. Like, what? So I waited around, and then like around 3 o'clock to my break, and I was like, I don't know about this. I call the sheriff's office. I know the sheriff through the fire station.
Yeah.
And he was
You know, a
like,
lot of guys up top there at that place.
yeah, that's what happens when you're, in the
Mhm.
department. But anyway,
Anyway, how
uh,
deep does this thread go?
Hey, I've had to defend myself online and in public. I need that shit from you. All right.
All right, fair enough.
Anyway, the sheriff said, like, fuck, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So I was like, okay, well, it must have been some sort of, I don't know what, but what do you think there? What's going on?
I don't know. I don't have the answer. I do like we moved into this is just kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
We moved into this house, and then less than a year after we lived here, we had a car in front with expired tags just parked innocently, and this big guy came to the door. My
Mm-hmm.
dog freaks out. I'm like, "What do you want?" You know, my dog. I was nicer than that, of course. He's like, "I'm with HOA. You what the fuck do you want?" He's like, "I'm with HOA. You can't have a car with expired tags parked in your driveway." I'm like, "Okay, thanks." My dog's going nuts. So I'm like, "Please get the fuck out of here. He doesn't
Yeah.
want people
Thanks
around."
for the tip. Bye. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I contacted the owner of the house, and they're like, "There's no HOA." So I have no idea what that guy wanted. I don't know what your jury duty guy called and what they wanted from you. It's
Well, I told the owner about it, and he said, actually, well, I've heard of that scam. And I said, well, what is the scam? He said, they're hoping that you say, oh, please don't call the cops. What can I do to take care of this real fast? Oh, well, you can pay the $500 fee. You know, is that, and then so that's where that was. I'm thinking maybe he's hoping he would just get you to write you'd write up a check or some
right.
shit. Maybe I don't know.
You're probably right. Maybe he would have needled more if the dog wasn't going crazy and if you
Mhm.
weren't just completely indifferent. And also, I've never gone to jury duty. I've thrown away every jury duty notice and I've never come across any issues.
Yeah, our sheriff here told me he's like, we don't fucking pursue jury duty. Like that's not. Yeah, it's against the law, but we're not going to come and arrest you or no.
I've lived in mostly bigger cities, so I'm sure smaller communities, maybe they might go,
Well,
hey, but
even he said we don't send somebody out. We don't pursue it. Like, no.
yeah. All right. Well, that's a good catch up on what we've watched.
Yes.
Ready
Yes.
to get into what's the name of the
No, no.
movie?
Well, what we watched, we already went. Yeah, the Wrecking Crew. But okay, what we watched. I saw I saw a documentary called Corey Feldman versus the World. Have you seen that one yet?
No, I want
You're
to. What is it on?
you're a big Corey Feldman fan. You've always told me that
Huge,
many times. Yeah.
huge. What is it on though? I couldn't find what it was on.
I think I might have bought it on YouTube for like $5 or rented it on YouTube for
Oh, I'm not
$5.
doing that. But it's
Okay.
good. It's like a
You're not
cult
gonna give
leader type thing.
$5 to the F man?
Isn't it against him? Doesn't it make him seem like a piece of shit?
Well, I mean, yeah, he is threatening to take legal action against the filmmakers. But personally, I thought he rocks. I think the movie rocks. Yeah, it's a great one.
Cool. Do you we no, not that. Did you see Jay Kelly?
No, I didn't. It looked so bad, so terrible, so I skipped it.
It's not so bad and so terrible, but it is, and it reminded me of you because you, especially back in the day, like anytime someone who's wealthy and has a long career and everything, it's challenging for you to go, I feel bad for this person. Well, this
Yeah,
is like with this one, it's like, oh, big old movie star who treated his
yeah.
family like shit. Oh, now he's
Mhm.
getting old. Poor baby.
That's
Poor
exactly what
little
I thought when I
baby.
saw it's like a very like almost like a semi autobiographical thing. I saw that Noah Baumbach did it, but yeah, it's definitely one of those Hollywood loves their own fucking, oh, it's tough being a rich and famous movie star. Yeah, it's okay, fine.
And I love Noah Baumbach. I like Clooney, fine. I love Sandler, so
Yeah.
but yeah, I was like the whole time I was like, I don't this guy isn't who gives a shit?
Who gives
Like
a shit? Yeah.
at least like rip his life away and then watch him try to get his feet under him. That'd be more interesting than going, I have to travel through Italy and I'm so famous and rich.
Yeah.
My
And there's
daughter's not interested in me anymore because I was an asshole. I wish I could take it all back. Fuck you.
there's a bunch of movies like that too. The middle-aged guy trying to, I've ruined relationships. I need to patch these up, that kind of shit.
Yeah, isn't a lot of the Italian? Anyway, let's get into Wrecking Crew. That's a real fucking movie.
There's a movie for you. Yeah.
What'd you think?
Overall, I thought it was okay. I thought I delivered the goods as these kind of movies go, but pretty forgettable. And I was kind of a little surprised that because it says it's a comedy. It says like comedy, buddy comedy, comedy, comedy. And like I mean, it has funny moments, funny lines, but I didn't really think it was much of a comedy. What did you think?
It was fine. Yeah, the comedy thing, and that's one of my major notes, is the comedy is completely 100% reliant
Mhm.
on Momoa. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I think so. Yeah.
That's close enough. Saying snarky little lines and shit. And
Hmm.
that's a major problem with this movie because he's supposed to be the comedic engine.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, he has no comedic, at least in this movie, timing or ability to do that.
I would say has zero. I think he's kind of funny, but he's not a comedic actor. And yeah, it's not a one's a movie where one's this guy and one's a that. Well, what they were kind of the same type of character.
That's another big note I had is one's they're brothers. First of all, is this our first sibling? Buddies
Yeah,
on
I
buddies?
don't know if we've done a brother. Well, we did that movie Brothers with James Brolin and Peter Dinklage.
Didn't we do the Jackie Chan one where they're brothers, or have we done that one
Oh,
yet?
Twin Dragons. Yeah, I think we got. So we've done some brother ones before.
Doesn't really count. So, but here's the problem, like one's a detective and
Yeah.
one's
Mhm.
a Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
However, like the Navy SEAL is a really good detective, and the
Mhm.
detective is really good at military operations and executing them at a high level. So you
Yeah.
never see like their strengths and weaknesses combining as a team. They're
Hmm.
both just fucking perfect at both things.
Yeah.
So what's the fucking point? Why weren't they just both Navy SEALs?
Yeah. Not much character arcs here going or
No.
anything like that. So,
But before we get into the negatives, there's a
well,
few.
what do you think overall?
Overall, I for a long time I hated the movie. I was like, it sucks.
Really?
There are some moments where I'm like, okay, that's cool. And we'll get into the crazy leaps into violence.
Hmm.
Like the movie's like agreeable and they're joshing around and it's like a light tone. And then the Yakuza comes into his apartment and it's hyper violent. Like he does
Yeah.
the fucking curb stomp on one of them,
Yeah.
cheese grater on the
He's
arm.
greater. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
great. That was great. I thought that
Yeah,
was
and I
good
was
stuff.
like, and Mary ran out of the room. She's like, "Oh no!" And I'm like, "This movie just got a little bit better in my book."
Yeah.
And I love the action was very clean and well shot. You can always tell what's going on. I love the highlight of the movie is and it knows it. It's a centerpiece of the movie, but the highway chase with the motorcyclist. And I
Mm.
love the part where he puts the motorcyclist into the guardrail and he just starts shredding off and then
Yeah.
gets shredded off. And I'm like, yeah, I'm all for all that.
See, I see where you're saying. I think it is a centerpiece of the movie, but I have to disagree there. What I was going to bring up to you, what the big flaw of it was like kind of like the Play Dirty movie we watched, where the CGI, it's the helicopter does not look like a real helicopter. You could tell it's going to be a whole CGI scene before anything even happens because you can tell they're not the green screen around them car. It just seems like in the 2026 when I think about car chase movies like Bad Boys 2, like that's a big bridge kind of car chase scene, or Freebie and the Bean that came out over 50 years ago. These big chases should be looking more realistic, more exciting, and they look faker and just yeah, I don't know.
You're right in that it is CGI, but I thought it was well done, especially in daylight CGI. I thought it looked way better than any of the shit in Play Dirty, where it was like distractingly video game CGI shit, like through part of it. Like, yeah, it's like I know that guy's not really there, and the effects reach some uncanny valley, but CGI in broad daylight in Hawaii, I thought it was well done considering what we were watching.
Well, it just took me out of it. Like I just think like yeah, no, there's nothing's done practically anymore. Because it's easier. But I think a lot of these special effects companies think they promise a lot, and so they just shoot. But like oh well, we'll take care of it. But yeah, it just looks. I don't believe that's a real helicopter. I don't believe this is really going on. It's yeah, it just takes me out of it.
Well,
We
let's
think
jump
like now
into
it
it.
would be different.
What's that? Sorry.
We think now it would be different than stuff like Bad Boys 2 or Freebie the Bean that came out so long ago. We'd have these be upping the game.
I love how
Like
you keep bringing up Freebie and the Bean. Like,
that's a great card. That's a great card shit there. And that was over 50 years ago. So why is that more exciting to me than this shit? Yeah, it's a bunch of shit going on here. It's all cartoon.
Okay, calm down. Um, Nagging women. That's all the female parts in
That is real. That's a real shit.
that. No CGI needed.
Just kidding.
Women
Uh,
be nagging.
that felt real to me.
No, it's just a shame after all these years, there's still like all the female characters like, you boys are too wild. You guys shouldn't be doing this. And like, oh,
Mhm.
and then they're like, I'm a damsel in distress, which is exactly what happens in this movie. Like,
Uh-huh.
insane.
Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of movies that kind of start with like a breakup or something, but they're breaking up because like, you know, you're just a lot, and I need you to be less than a lot. It's just something vague and weird. It's never like you blew all our money, you're a piece of shit, you hit me or something like it's just this kind of like, you know, you're living in the fast lane, and I can't live in the fast lane anymore. You got it? Yeah.
It, it's just whatever. Look, I get it. People don't like women and they want them relegated to this role, but it's
Oh, this type of movie is aimed right at women. I think. Yeah, these types of movies.
well, that's the problem with this movie is it really feels like with the racism, there's a lot of racism against Asians in this. You know, I don't know if you caught that.
No.
Yeah, he's like, oh, do you live there with what, 5 of your siblings? He's like, sorry, that was racist. I shouldn't have said that. There were multiple racist jokes about Asian people. It
Yeah.
really felt like this movie was made in the early 90s.
Yeah.
It's almost like they were like trying to be that way. Anyway, sorry for my wokeness. Sorry.
Well, I think you get away with it when it's like Hawaiians versus Asians. If it's like Michael Douglas and Black Rain, I was like, nah, it doesn't really work anymore. But if it's minority against minority, I think that's just like PB and J. I love it.
The humor, a lot of penis jokes, some fart jokes, burping jokes. I don't know. Not funny to me.
Not funny. Not funny, says you.
Yeah. I mean, it's just easy. I'll get into it more. I have more they had the main one of the other main issues is they had zero chemistry.
I wasn't blown away by their chemistry. I thought it was. Oh, I like both of them. All right. I like more Dave Bautista for the pro wrestling shit. I don't. I liked him in Guardians. I think he's a good actor. He's pretty good in like Blade Runner and stuff.
Hey,
Momoa.
I'm not I like both these guys. I'm not saying that I don't like them. I'm just saying they had no chemistry.
No, I get like yeah, their chemistry wasn't really there. I just talk about more of them. Like as far as Jason Momoa, I haven't really. I've seen him in. I saw him as Aquaman, and I'm really big on Aquaman. I know he's in one of the Fast and Furious movies, and I just remember him from the really shitty Conan the Barbarian reboot. So I haven't really seen Jason Momoa in like a lot of stuff. I'm like, yeah, Momoa's my man, but it almost felt like that. This is like tailored for Momoa fans.
I'm sure he's going to be great as Lobo in the Supergirl movie or whatever. But yeah, he was given too much. He had to carry this movie comedically. He's the main character basically.
Yeah,
And then what's his face just fucking is too stoic. So there's
what's
no like
howdy? Yeah,
fun. Yeah, he's like, it's like, dude, you're not in fucking what is it called?
the Cowboy Way as Kiefer Sutherland and Woody Harrelson.
No,
That
no,
was
that
the
was a
exact
good.
same characters.
No, he's the same character he was, and God, why can't I fucking think of it? Why does my brain stop when I need it? So, racist against Asians, got that. Oh yeah, this movie is full of sleuthing and the case
Yeah.
and all that shit, and they're like bringing it up and talking about it. It's like you just need to get to action set piece to action set
Mhm.
piece. There's an hour in this movie where very little action happens.
Yeah. I was surprised at the amount of sleuthing, even like some detective, not action, buddy action. There's got a lot of buddy action movie cliches, but there's some like detective cliches, like in Slip to Mickey, and that kind of stuff. I was like, this they're really laying into this, like it's the Shane Black type movie and stuff. But yeah, I don't think this one really needed all that detective work.
So fucking boring. Not enough action. There was like an hour, like it drags. It just sucked. It's a dead zone. There's a dead zone in this movie that is inexcusable.
Yeah.
It's called the
What,
Wrecking Crew. I want to see them wreck shit, you know? Not
yeah.
like, oh, I got these blueprints. Hey, sister, do you have blueprints? You read these. Hey, there's a politician. Oh, what the
Did they wreck a lot of stuff? I mean, they shot a lot of people, but they shot some windows out. They blew some cars. Did they do a lot of wreckage? I guess the helicopter. I don't know.
I feel like the bad guys did more wreckage than these guys.
Uh huh.
I
Do
want
you
to
think the
see,
wrecking crew was just a title they just slapped on at the end? Like, what are we gonna call
yeah.
this? Not the wrecking crew.
They said it like once or twice, like wrecking or something. Like, oh, we'll just
Uh-huh.
call it Wrecking Crew. That's our title.
Reminds me of that movie, The Instigators, with Matt Damon and Casey Affleck. Like, someone pointed out, they don't instigate anything throughout this whole movie.
You love your Afflecks. Also, it's funny the actor who played Boba Fett. It's
Hmm.
all in Hawaii, but he's
Yeah.
New Zealand. But he didn't even bother to change his New Zealand accent.
No, he's one of those guys that just plays every minority and no one cares. Yeah.
Hey, why do wrestlers turned actors always have to do a wrestling move in fight scenes?
Because
Like
that's what
it's
the fans want.
it's so illogical. Like I'm gonna suplex this guy during this.
Oh, I fucking love that shit. Like, just like this is crazy fucking, yeah, pile driver for like no reason. Yeah, yeah, I love it.
I also think they may have used AI to color it. Did you notice anything? There's almost like a chromish sheen to things.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the really kind of bleached out, like early 2000s, that kind of look to it. Like everything's very, I guess it was, I don't know. Yeah,
It was weird. You can like see, and it's also in Hawaii, and it's like always overcast. And
yeah.
I know you don't want to shoot in direct daylight, but have you been to Hawaii, one of the
I've not
islands?
been to Hawaii, no.
It's bright sunlight unless it's raining. So it was weird that it was like this cloudy. Mary pointed that out.
Huh.
And then I clocked it and I was like, I think they may have colored this with AI assistant. I don't know. But I'm
We use
sensitive.
AI a lot now, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
What did you think of the needle drops?
Yeah, there was a lot of music and I felt nothing from any of them. Even though I like a lot of those songs. It wasn't like that. I'll get into the cliches later, but yeah, that was annoying. Like,
Well, it starts off like Guns N' Roses, Paradise City, and then ZZ Top. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be like more cliche than the Expendables movies. But then they had a couple ones like nothing at all during the fight scene in the kitchen. That was like I noticed like there was the new Nobody movie too. There's like power ballads, like old ones during like violent fight scenes, and then I did make me kind of smile when they had that Phil Collins song "Take Me Home" at the end, which is I thought they'd have more of a Hawaiian, maybe even like Jamaican or something mixed to it, but it's like all like old like mom rock and dad rock and shit.
yeah, I don't know. I felt it was just kind of arbitrary, and then also the "Take Me Home" thing. I did not like that. I love Phil Collins. I'm a Collins bro,
Yeah,
but
didn't fit. That's why it made me laugh though. Yeah,
yeah, but no, it was like, when you gonna come home?
yeah.
Oh, take me
Take
home.
me home, don't remember. Yeah, I was like, this does not feel like Hawaii or these guys at all. But okay.
So here I have a long list of tropes and cliches that bothered me. I'm gonna
Oh
read
yeah,
them.
go for it. I have some too.
There's no way in hell I'm coming to Hawaii.
Yeah,
Cut
yeah,
that
I
out
had
of
that
I'm
written
in
down
Hawaii.
too. We were goofing on that like a long time ago. There's no way you're gonna make me play the saxophone.
Yeah, I wanted to do a that's pretty funny. I want to do a sketch like, no, no way. You're not getting me to go. I'm
Uh-huh.
not going. There's no way. There's no way. Nuh-uh, I'm not going. And
Yeah,
then he just
I
never
think we wrote
goes.
that into one of our scripts back in the day too. Yeah.
Probably. Angry police chief, completely shoehorned in.
Well,
Stephen Root, who I love,
he's the
but
detective, but yelling at them like, "You two guys, I'm beyond you." Yeah, that was bad.
like out of nowhere, it's so stupid. Damsel in distress recovered. Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
James Gunn style with an oldies song playing while the camera rips around. That's
Hmm.
what he did in the apartment. It's just like, I know it's not the most original thing. I'm sure James Gunn didn't come up with it, but it's like, here's a needle drop, and then there's a fight, and the camera's swinging around.
Yeah. Well, what
Kind of
about the
annoying.
old boy
Yeah.
homage or rip off or whatever that was?
Yeah, that was very blatant and stupid. It's the hallway, and they didn't even
Mhm.
like, at least an old boy is like, we're gonna like take out this wall and film this on a stage so you don't,
Uh-huh.
no, this one's just windows. We're just through the windows. And
Uh-huh.
then cut away once it gets difficult. Uh, seriously? I hate
You love
that.
the
I hate it when I hear it.
really seriously? Yeah.
I hate it, but it's in everything. Knockout used as a blackout transition.
Yep. Got that
Not a
one.
fan. Not a
Yeah.
fan.
How about the good old talking villain?
Yeah, a lot of that.
When he has him at the end, he's got the thing is like it tells him his fucking what they're gonna do, and then all you do is pull a trigger. But no, you gotta like tell them like, what are you smiling at? Yeah.
Did you think you could ever compete with a man like me? Your mosquito buzzing at my ear. What?
And can I talk about that little scene for a second?
Sure.
So he's like, I stole something from you. What? A grenade. And it's like holding it, and then it explodes, but just like blows him back into the ocean, but kills the other guy. I didn't understand that at all.
It doesn't even just blow up, it blows up in canisters of explosion juice, which
Yeah.
you want on your ducks, by the way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's how you fuel boats. You put your giant flammable explosive juices at the end of your ducks.
Kills the other guy, does not kill the guy that's standing just as far away from all that as the other guy was.
No, it's movie logic where if you're underwater, you're immune to explosions.
Well, no, explosion, if you're a good guy, just lifts you off your feet and just places you somewhere else
Right,
versus
right.
blowing up someone. And the cliche of the guys with machine guns can't hit anything, but guys with pistols can, they can't
Headshot,
miss.
headshot, headshot.
Yeah.
I was also really disappointed that he's the frog, and they have that cool scene where he's at the bottom of the pool when he's training the other Navy SEALs, and he doesn't
Uh-huh.
need to go up. And then does he ever go in the water again? And needs to hold his breath?
Oh,
No, he
yeah.
just jumps in to save his brother, but he didn't like.
I
Great,
guess that was setting it up, but yeah, I
yeah,
didn't
but
even.
I want to see him underwater forever. Like,
If you're going to introduce that, why not pay it off? Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it's
I guess that
storytelling
was them
101.
paying it off. I don't know.
Car slamming into someone who enters the street, which is kind of the catalyst of this. Someone walks
Uh-huh.
into the street and "Mer, boo." Since like
Oh yeah, that was someone's
Final
back into the screen.
Destination, yeah.
Yeah. That you see that coming a mile away now.
And then also the very similar trope where they're interior of the car and they're talking, and then you get hit by a car, which
Mm-hmm.
happened to them. That's like I just did. I don't know. There's no. Oh yeah.
Another
What's that?
another like detective slash buddy comedy thing that we've seen a lot is crashing the hoity-toity party. Like yeah, that's been done quite a bit.
Yeah, I'll take some of those. And then I can hear you, right?
Really like you doing that. Like, God, I just see it's just the anger behind the eyes.
It just we talked about this and we got called out for it in one of our earlier scripts. They're called clams. They're just jokes that aren't jokes. You're just
Yeah.
using jokes. Like,
Mhm.
seriously? I can hear you, right? Awkward.
Just filler.
Just
We
nothing.
didn't have
It's
anything.
nothing.
Just yeah,
Yeah. But
like a
what?
record or something. Yeah.
So overall, what would you give The Wrecking Crew
Well,
2026?
I mean, it's as far as these movies go, it does deliver. So I don't want to give it shit on it too much because I mean, I wasn't bored, and it was it wasn't very demanding because it just came on Amazon Prime. To go anywhere or do anything but yeah, started off the show. I was gonna give it around 3 stars, but now we're talking. I think probably about 2.5, maybe. Because like I think it does deliver the goods. If the kind of person wants to see a movie like this, it's fine, but there's nothing really. It's like it's immediately forgettable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an excellent dad movie. As a movie, probably 2.5. And this is rare for me. 2.5 as a movie. As a buddy action comedy,
Uh
two
huh.
stars.
Wow,
Two
you're
stars.
giving the movie that over the buddy action comedy thing. Yeah.
Exactly, because their chemistry was non-existent. The
Okay.
comedy was fucking cliche and easy, and it reliant on Jason Momoa
Mm-hmm.
being snarky and sarcastic, which doesn't work for his character or his persona.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the action, there's just too many dead zones. So yeah, no.
I was gonna, yeah. I mean, I guess the crashing the hoity-toity party, even though that's not really a comedic piece, they don't really do anything comedic with it. Is that the closest they came to actually having some sort of comedic set piece?
I think so. I can't think of any. Also, why were they such a dick to Pico
Oh, the young, the
or
sidekick coming
Paco
down.
or whatever his name is? Yeah,
Yeah,
the hair of the sky from Spider-Man movies.
yeah, yeah.
Like they just bat him around. He has to get
Mhm.
paid to do like a lot of work, and they're like, oh, "What the fuck are you talking about? We're not paying you." And they're just
Yeah,
mean to him all the time. Why?
because insulting somebody is inherently hilarious.
I guess. I guess.
So,
Yeah.
not a fan of the Wrecking Crew. Well, darn it. Maybe next time, straight to
We'll
video.
find one. We'll get one.
We'll get one. They start crank them out still. This is our fourth year doing this. And
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
I just said, wow.
And I said, hold on. I got
No.
something to say here. I was like, okay, go for it. I saw something that said like most like 95% of podcasts or something don't make it past the first 10 episodes.
Mm.
We're like in the 60s now, going our fourth year. Not much has changed as far as our format or our viewers or anything. But what's our secret though? How do we get all these, years episodes in?
It's a lot easier when you don't try. And if you only do one every 3 months.
I wouldn't go so far as say not try. I would say very low effort and low time and no money. And also, we're not like constantly messaging each other about it. I think we've sent each other notes once in 4 years about
And
this.
I got really mad.
You did? I don't remember.
I'm just joking, dude.
I think it was, yeah, like maybe we should do this. Yeah, maybe we should do that. And that was like as much of discussion I think we've had about this.
When I remember when we first started, I
Mhm.
was like, I am saying too much and freaking out about it.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous I would ever care about something so stupid.
I remember the first episodes I would go on about like the IMDb shit, like what people
Endlessly.
have done and stuff like that. And then I was listening to it, I was like, no one cares about this shit. Like it's not fun to listen to.
No, and even this one's going to be boring because I think our best episodes are when we comment on the movie, but we're also making jokes and look, it's all about the laughs, you know?
Yeah, we gotta get back to those laughs. How do we get back? I don't know. How do we get back there?
I don't know. I've been chasing those laughs since
Take
my
me home.
30s. Yeah. So that was the Wrecking Crew. And before we go, let's
Mhm.
talk about the elephant in the room.
Mm,
Ice.
that is ice, ice, baby.
Ice, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you feel about ice?
Gosh, I got a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions going on about that. But what do you think since you brought it up?
I think that it's good to have checks and balances.
How so?
Well, for one, you don't want people in Minnesota just being all cool and shit, and just hanging out.
People being all cool and shit?
Yeah, I think it's in a weird way, it's kind of keeping Americans on their toes.
Oh, hey, all right, all right.
Yeah. No, I think it's horrible. What do you think?
Well, I think that like being an illegal immigrant here it's kind of like public drunkenness, where you should just if you're minding your own business, you shouldn't get like arrested.
Yeah.
But if you're causing attention to yourself, then I don't know, yeah, breaking the law, then yeah, you should be busted. But so I don't really see like the why we need soldiers in the streets, military, and yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. And abortion. What are your thoughts again? Because I remember them being pretty warped.
Pretty warped.